I'm not sure if you know this person. Her name is Miss Rachel. If you are a parent of a child or a toddler, I guarantee you know who Miss Rachel is. She is equivalent to my generation's Mr. Rogers. She does songs, she does dancing, she plays with kids, she loves children. She used to be a teacher, and she's managed to switch over to doing it on YouTube. Or I honestly, I don't know where she podcasts from. I just assume it's YouTube. And people love her. Kids adore her. And parents love her because she makes their children happy and makes them smile and teaches them little lessons. Just like, Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street and that shit. So, Miss Rachel, by the way, huge star, huge YouTube star. She gets numbers that make, Joe Rogan blush. That woman is super mega popular. Anyway, recently, with all of the devastation that's going on in Gaza, in the last year, she found out that there was some children in Gaza that watch her program too. And she saw a video of a little Gazan kid with her dad watching her program, sitting in the middle of rubble, but watching Miss Rachel, and the little infant kid was smiling. And it broke her heart. Now, when October 7th happened, Miss Rachel was first in line to talk about the devastation that happened to the children of Israel. And she was thoughtful. She was very emotional about it. And now that we've gone through about 19 months worth of genocide in Gaza, in the last year, Miss Rachel has been speaking on behalf of starving children in Gaza. I mean, these kids, they're starving to death, man. They're not getting any food. They're getting bombed on the daily. They're eating like animal feed mixed with sand. They're not getting any food, water, medicine, electricity. Nothing is coming into Gaza. And these children are being devastated. And Miss Rachel, just like I do, feels a pain in their heart for what's happening. Anyway, CNN did a little segment on her, and I want you to prepare yourself because this is some scary stuff that you're about to watch. It's really scary. And I mean, according to Israel, Miss Rachel is now fully anti-Semitic and she hates the Jews. According to, Israel and the Anti-Defamation League and all those guys, Miss Rachel is enemy number one. So be prepared for some really scary stuff. Damn it keeps going back to that.
Let's go back to sleep, Rahaf. We're so tired.
This is Miss Rachel, hanging out with her new friend, Rahaf. Miss Rachel is like YouTube's Mr. Rogers, with millions of subscribers and billions of views.
Can you nod yes?
And Rahaf is a 3-year-old double amputee from Gaza. She lost her legs when her home was bombed, and months later was medically evacuated to the U.S.
إحنا رايحين على أمريكا عشان نكمل العلاج.
Miss Rachel saw a video of the little girl, now living with her mom and a host family in Missouri, watching her show.
She's just so precious. Hopping like a bunny, and she was kind of hopping on the couch.
And arranged to have Rahaf come visit her in New York. Rahaf is part of a new group of fans Miss Rachel discovered last year, refugees of the war in Gaza.
I was tagged in a video of a toddler and a brother and a sister watching in a tent, and I saw the toddler swaying and the little girl smile, and I was just so touched that I could bring a little bit of joy to them during unimaginable circumstances.
Did you know that you had this audience?
No, I was completely surprised. Someone wrote, "This made me realize that these kids are like mine and like ours." And I know so many parents that enjoy our show feel the same way. They say as a mom, I just think about, I see my babies.
All children are worthy.
She's posted more and more about Gaza as the war has gone on, highlighting the humanitarian crisis and launching a fundraiser for kids. She's gotten supportive comments, but there's also been backlash.
The bullying is so bad. It's so bad. But I can handle this.
You seemed very emotional about the bullying that you said you'd gotten for speaking out.
The idea that caring for one group of children means that you don't care for another group of children is false, and it's so hurtful because I care so deeply for all kids.
In April, an advocacy group called Stop Anti-Semitism called her a mouthpiece for Hamas.
A group accused you of essentially acting as a foreign agent and asked, for the Attorney General to investigate you for spreading propaganda.
Obviously, that's not true. I care deeply about all children, Israeli, Palestinian, Jewish, Muslim, Christian. I wouldn't be Miss Rachel if I didn't speak up for them and speak up for all of them.
Miss Rachel has also used her platform to express grief over the deaths of Israeli children and said she's met with the family of hostages still in captivity.
Oh, she's keeping the walker with her.
Here in the U.S., Rahaf was fit for prosthetics and has learned how to walk again. A group called Palestinian Children's Relief Fund helped her and her mom get out. But her dad and 2 brothers are still in Gaza.
ورهف محظوظة كتير طبعا إنه رهف قدرت تطلع بس في أطفال تانيين لسه موجودين بغزة وبتمنى إنه هدول الأطفال إنه يطلعوا يتعالجوا زي رهف. طبعا في أطفال كتير لسه ما زالوا طبعا تحت الركام. أنا بشوف هذا الإشي طبعا لأنه بشوف أولادي كيف مجرد ما يحكوا مع رهف ولا حتى يشوفوها إنه ماسكة خبزة ولا بتاكل بصيروا يسألوا فيها. طبعا هذا الإشي كتير بوجعني.
Anything is possible for Rahaf, and she has healthy food, and she has clean water, and she has wonderful medical care. This girl is thriving. We have to do this for all kids because they all deserve that.
Let's go back to sleep, Rahaf. We're so tired.
How can you watch that and not well up with tears? How can you go after an educator like Miss Rachel so viciously over caring for all children? I don't know. If you're Israel, if you're leadership in Israel, you're Ben-Gvir, Smotrich, Bibi Netanyahu, you look at this woman and you feel like she is enemy number one, doing propaganda for Hamas. Did you see any propaganda for Hamas there? I didn't. All I saw was a woman caring about a child, a teacher caring about a little girl, and trying to bring a little joy in their lives. It's just so goddamn disgusting. It breaks my heart that we're funding this. We're making this kind of shit possible. And going after genuine people who seem to really care, about death and destruction of innocent people. Look, you say what you want about how horrible October 7th was, because it was. And I condemn what happened. I condemn Hamas for doing it. But at the same time, about 1,200 people died. They stopped counting the amount of Gazans about a year ago when they hit 50,000 people. It is probably well over 200,000-300,000 easily. I mean, even the White House has stopped saying that there are 2.3 million Gazans in Gaza. Now they're hedging it and saying there's 1.8, 1.9 million people. So, I mean, that's a tacit admission that there's 400,000 or 500,000 dead bodies there, not including the ones under the rubble, and certainly not including the kids that have been not being fed for the last, was it almost 80 days now? You've seen the pictures. We're watching this happen in real time. We're watching just horrors, starving children and people blown to bits in 4K. We're watching it happen. But yet, Miss Rachel is taking it on the chin because she cares about kids. Honestly, man, I mean, I feel like, you know, when I talk to my regular friends, they're kind of all on the same page with me. I know a couple people that aren't, but for the most part, I think that most people see the horrors of this and they hate it, and they hate that we're funding it. And they see people like Netanyahu and Gavir and Smotrich who say that they're human animals, and that even the young children of Palestine are my enemy, and we need to kill the children too because they're going to grow up to be my enemies. So we got to kill them while they're young. When you hear them say that kind of fascistic shit, you know who the bad guys are. And America is using taxpayer dollars to give them 2,000-pound bombs to drop on people in tent cities because every building has been razed to the fucking ground. But yet, Miss Rachel's going to get some shit because she did a little song and dance with a cute little girl who, by the way, was fucking adorable. Just, and double amputee. Double amputee. For God's sakes, man. There are more children in Gaza who are missing limbs than anywhere else on earth. And the IDF just bombed an artificial limb warehouse. I mean, they have a warehouse filled with artificial limbs because people are losing their limbs left and right. And half of the people in Gaza are children. And yet they bomb that too. I mean, goddamn, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, I'm saying that Israel is the bad guys, but I mean, Donald Trump's letting him do it. Joe Biden let him do it too. Joe Biden just handed this genocide over to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's like, hold my beer. I got this. The one thing that they agree on. You got like the green black guy that was on CNN giving Hassan Piker bullshit, calling him, you know, saying that, accusing him of having genocidal rhetoric when he is saying the shit that I'm saying right now, that Israel is doing a genocide. Calling out genocide is now genocidal rhetoric. Man, you can miss me with that shit. Seriously. Anyway, thank you, Miss Rachel, for doing what you're doing. You know, don't let it get to you. I know it's easy for me to say, but, you know, don't let it get to you. And, you know, keep caring for kids because they need it. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Keep rocking.